A spectacular stroll. CNY's not-so-scary Halloween experience for the family is back. Walk through the half-mile trail in the Bewitched Woods at Long Branch Park in Liverpool every Thursday through Sunday in October from 5 to 9 p.m. Pack the car full of your little goblins. Admission is by the carload. Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital's Spectacular Stroll is presented by Upstate Honda Dealers. Get your pre-sale tickets today at spectacularstroll.com.
Speaking in Spanish.
Yes, we are, and welcome back here live at Heritage Hill Brewhouse. It is the exclusive Q&A session with Coach Fran Brown in the stream chat here at QSportsTalk.com. Welcome to those who are getting the notifications that we are on. Coach, we're streaming. The cameras are on, the mics are on, so as people start to log in and say hi. And by the way, you can put a question in for the coach and wish the team well as they get set for that road trip to Pittsburgh after the bye week, Coach. And just a couple of notes. I will bring you the Saranac root beer next time, because I know I mentioned that before. I know you're a big fan of the Shirley Temple. The root beer is top notch.
Yeah,
so I'm going to treat you. It's my treat next time. I'm going to bring two.
Shirley Temples, I like them a lot. They got children, so when you got a lot of children, Shirley Temples came back around. So been drinking them now. Franny's 20. I've been drinking them for probably about 19 years now. So ever since he got to the age he started wanting them, and it's just been something I drink all the time. It's kind of what I drink when I go out.
And it's a dapper outfit there. I got to say, you're looking like where were you just coming from a practice? You got to go somewhere after this?
Nah, just
rolling out.
Yeah, just be fresh. You know what I'm saying? You got to be fresh. You got to be fresh. That way I get into the house and then, my wife wants to see me. Don't forget who I am. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget how I got you.
A couple of questions already rolling in here again on QSportsTalk.com. If you want to talk to the coach, ask some questions. Is this here about Trevor Pena? With Trevor Pena out, how do you feel about Davian Kerr as a punt returner?
I feel good about him. He's done really well. You see him already catch the one punt, being able to do it, and then LaQuint Allen will always be able to return punts. So we're excited about all that.
And then an update, and I was going to ask you this anyway, and I heard a little bit in the previous hour when you were on with Matt. Health update, that the bye week, a chance for guys to get healed up a little bit, the guys who have been dinged up.
Yeah, we're getting Reed. I think Reed's back a little better. Reed's feeling good because John Ray Reed was out a little bit during that last game, but he's doing better. Customers get themselves back healthy. Everybody's getting back healthy. Marcellus Barnes will be playing a lot tomorrow. I'm not sure if he'll start. I got to watch the practice from today to see if he'll go back as a starter or what'll happen, but he'll definitely play a whole lot. He's in the rotation, so we're extremely happy about that kid. And then in 2 weeks, next week we'll get Wax back for good. So
definitely
excited.
Not this week, but
Virginia
next week
Tech
for
sure. Yeah, we'll be sure to have him. So we're getting guys are coming back, even though you got a couple guys out for the year up front when it comes to the D-line. But we were able to go recruit, and I think Isaiah Hastings is coming. You hear me?
Here we are.
They can hear it now.
Bingo. Yay, back on again. Yay.
Hastings, yeah.
Paulie, ladies and gentlemen. Paulie helped saving the day.
Hastings coming along, and as you seen last week, you seen Lysander Malola. He got a little bit of some reps on the defensive side of the ball, so I think that's something that'll keep going. He's like a young Tony Saragusa, so we're excited about that.
This going back to the outfit. Ryan says a wise man once said, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. If you play good, you get paid good.
Yeah, Coach Prime said that.
That's the guy, right?
Yeah,
Who's
Coach
your guy?
Prime. Yeah, Coach Prime said that, So I was just excited. It's a good saying.
It's true, right?
Yeah,
you feel good about yourself, and that's half the battle of the day.
I mean, it really don't matter what I got on to feel good about yourself. Feeling good about yourself comes from within inside of just knowing who you are. But there's nothing like being able to put on a nice outfit and being able to feel even better about yourself.
This question here, and it starts with, Coach, I know it's too taboo to look ahead, but having said that, they go on with the rest of the season going. How do you hope where you see the team winding up in terms of playoff or bowl game options?
Oh, no, I can't think about that.
No, I was going to answer that for you.
As soon as that even come to my mind or it comes up, I'll be like, you are stupid. Why are you thinking like that, Fran? I say that about me, not saying whoever the question it is. Yeah. But for me, it's like, how could you even think about something that you have no control over? All I can control is today. So I just live day to day. I've been saying that for so long. So it's like, I just don't look at that. I'm not trying to prepare for that. I'm just trying to prepare to be able to go out and compete as best as we possibly compete on Thursday night against Pitt, because they're a great football team, a really good football team.
When you get frustrated just in life in general, Coach, because I do this too, do you talk third person? Like, oh, come on, Fran. Like, talk to yourself like,
oh, yeah, all the
I
time.
do that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I have more conversation with myself than probably, that's all the time.
I think it's a good way to go.
It helps.
You think you work out a lot of problems that way, right?
Yep.
What were the points of emphasis for the football team's off-season conditioning? Roddy wants to know here.
Off-season?
Off-season, I guess, leading up to the start of the year.
I mean, we did a lot of work. You know, it was just different things. It was probably speed. Then you had endurance first. So it was speed. It was quickness. Just being able to last like 5 quarters. Just being able to work that. But it was just a bunch of things that we had. Every week was something different that you had to challenge them to get ready to play in the games. But regardless how much you do, it still doesn't amount to being able to go out there and play a lot of plays in a row. But it helps you. It gets you more prepared and ready. But Chad Smith, Jordan Barber, Coach Dan, almost forgot my man, Coach Nick, and then Coach Hicks. I mean, those guys do an amazing job with our strength and conditioning program. So those guys handle that. We go through stuff weekly, but they always got something well, and our guys seem to be in shape. They seem to be strong enough, and we try to maintain those things throughout the year.
This question, Coach, against NC State, we had 20 running plays that gained 3 yards or less. Willis had 3 straight 3-yard losses. Should our passing game spread the defense out and make things easier for the running backs?
They should, but they're going to put who they want to put in the box. I don't call their plays. So, I mean, we do a good job passing, but that just happened during that time. I mean, they probably felt as though when Willis was in, they wanted to crowd the box. So, just different things that happen, man. It's just it's the nature of football.
How about this? Did you practice outside this week with the outdoor game coming up Thursday in Pittsburgh?
No, we practice inside. No, we practice outside.
I didn't know.
I mean, yeah, we practice outside. We play on grass, so we had to practice on grass. But yeah, we're definitely outside on grass.
This one here, Coach, what is your favorite part about the Syracuse area that you love the most?
The area?
Yeah, just in general, non-football related.
Yeah, I like the entire community. Like I said before, I like going down, get my haircut at L. Does Barbershop. I love chilling in there. You know, his mom, Miss Mary, I think she does a really good job in the community and just helping out, Miss Mary Nelson. So, like, being able to go down there in the center where she's always, like, helping the community and putting food packages together for people, clothes for people, coats, things of that nature. If you have an opportunity, you should go down to that center that she has where she helps a lot of the homeless and the less fortunate. She does a really good job, and that's Mary Nelson right downtown. It's a pretty good dude. So I get a 2-for-1. I get my hair cut, and then I get to go to the back and see her and all the lovely ladies, like all the older ladies in the community that are there that just want to help and just want to continue to lift the community up. So that might be my favorite spot of going in our community, is to get my hair cut and then to spend time in the center.
Yeah, Mary was honored with, I think, a visit from Oprah back in a number of years ago. I think she came to town. I know she was
really?
honored and given like a grant to help out with the work that she's been doing.
So we need to give her another grant. We need to keep giving her grants. Anytime you get some extra things that you can do, help us in NIL and help her when it comes to what she's doing in the community. So we both need a lot of help, but she does an amazing job, and I'm thankful for her, thankful to be a friend of her son, and to be able to have her, to just be able to speak to her, because she knows all about the community, the ins and out, and she's a great woman, and I think we need more people like that in this community and to continue to rise.
Roddy in the stream chat here at QSportsTalk.com wants to know about Kyle McCord and how has he embraced his leadership role in his first and only season really at Syracuse.
He's the leader. We follow him. The team follow him. I'm the head coach, and I follow some of the things that he does also. So me and him go side by side. That's my guy. We going down. So, but I'm definitely thankful that we have him here. He's a really good leader, vocally, and he's also leads by example. And he came in first, and it was just example. And then he seemed to start to get comfortable, and it started to be vocal, and he's been doing a good job.
He was in today on our morning show, and I was asking him over the bye week if he had a little bit of downtime, and he played the the EA College, NCAA college football game where he gets to play, and he plays as himself, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. That's pretty straight.
Do you play, whenever not that you have any downtime, but
yeah, I play because I got a son. I play a son. I beat Coach Stork one time, who helps with the coach with his secondary. Coach Stork, I beat him live on all ACC access. And I forget who else I beat. I beat a couple guys over there. But I played a little bit. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I
think Fidel Diggs might be the best one on our football
really?
team. Yeah, he's the best. He has like immaculate thumb work when it comes to just how he can play. He's a good football player on there. He does good on there. He does real well. A lot of the guys are good, but I thought from me watching all the time, he beat everyone when we were watching. So Fidel was the better one so far that I saw. Coach Omar is good too.
Is he?
He said so. Coach Omar can play.
He asked Kyle about the World Series coming up, just kind of at the end of the interview. There were the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Who you got?
Well, Yankees. I mean, we're the home for New York Yankees baseball.
Yeah.
But Kyle, I'll take him credit, would not pick either one because he said, no, I'm a Philadelphia Phillies guy. So I think he said, I'm quoting here, I don't care.
I'm almost with him, but I wish the best for New York because it would be great. We just had our shout out to the women's basketball.
Yes.
Just got to win them a championship.
Yeah, let's hear that, Brianna
for them, man. Yeah, they did an amazing job just being able to see that. I was so happy for them, and you could see all the hard work put in just with them, the tears at the end of the game, and champagne was popping and all. I was just really happy for them and happy that we were able to get that done here. So if I had to pick, it's like whatever, I would definitely want the Yankees to win. Just being here, being up northeast. I'm in New York, they're in New York, so definitely want them to win. Judge and all those guys are good players, but I kind of I want the Phillies too. I'm Philly all the way through.
I know you're 76ers fan.
100% Sixers. 100%.
Yeah, Joel and Paul George are both out for their opener.
Yeah. I mean, we just try to mess with people to make you guys see that. It's 82 games, right?
82 is a long season.
Yeah, it's 82 games. We'll give y'all the first couple, but don't act like Tyrese Maxey isn't like him. So, you know what I'm saying? He's playing still. Still got some other guys on the court. We got the new rookie that just came in from Duke, if I'm not mistaken. Guard. So they got some players on the team that'll be a good team.
This one here, Coach, in the stream chat, Coach watching Kirby Smart on the sideline after they gave Texas the interception and took back the flag. I can see where you get your sideline passion from. Anyone else that you model yourself after in coaching?
I mean, I don't really want to be like Kirby. That's my guy. So as a mentor and stuff like that. But I kind of don't model. I don't know. I'm just myself. I'm myself. Probably if you go back and watch me on the sideline with them, I probably was doing the same things. I just love the game the way that he loves the game, and I'm very passionate about it, and it means a lot, and I want what's best for the players. I just want it to be fair all the time. So I understand where he was coming from when he seen that and just looked at it. It's like, I've never seen that happen. I didn't know that could happen, that you could do that. So when that happened, it was like, wow. Okay, cool. That's different. So, but I don't try to be a person. I model his culture. I model his coaching style. But I'm myself when I do the things that I do.
I remember seeing an interview with the legendary Florida State head coach Bobby Bowden, and the interviewer asked him what was the best college team that he ever saw as a coach, and no hesitation he said 1976 Pittsburgh Panthers. What the national championship that did. That's before they had national championships, obviously, but they were declared a national champion. With Tony Dorsett was on that team. But he did flat out say, as a coach, even though he was at Florida State, seeing that team, the Pittsburgh Panthers from 76, by far the best college team he'd ever seen. Who would you say in that category? Different era, obviously, but from any era that you've seen, best college team?
21-22 Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, we talk about 21-22 Georgia Bulldogs. That's what I would say. Also, we'll have to give it up to, Nick Saban did an amazing job there at Alabama, so I'm seeing that. But I just really liked who Miami was in 2001 when they had all those running backs and all those guys and quarterback, Ken Dorsey, Brian McKinney, and all those guys. Ed Reed, when all of them was on that team, that was that was legit. Just getting ready to graduate high school, graduating 01 and watching them and seeing that, I thought they were they were dominant. They were a really good football team. So that's for me, I didn't see all that other football before then. Everybody in 1982, and then I was just being born, so I didn't know all of that stuff. I didn't get a chance to watch Prime, but I'm pretty sure he was amazing watching him. But I would say Miami back then, and then 21-22, Georgia, what they done and what they almost did a three-peat, which was, I would say those are my favorite.
Ed Reed was a guest on the Manning Cast last night for Monday Night Football, and they were talking about him in high school as a quarterback and a defensive back, and obviously went the route of defensive back because he was joking, but he said he threw more interceptions than he caught. So that's why he made the choice. But he was that good at both at the time. And then when I was talking to Kyle today when he came in, he said when he was younger, he actually played on defense before just focusing fully on at the quarterback position.
He was a bigger kid, so you got to get in there and learn how to hit. Kyle could hit. I think he would be able to play linebacker if he had to. If he needed to go and do it, he'd be able to play linebacker.
Do you have guys that come in or during practice during the week say, Coach, I want to try this. Let me play linebacker today. Do guys want to?
They try. Cinco always wants to play wide receiver. Yeah, because he can actually do it. If it was someone that could, I would say he always wants to play wide receiver. There's a couple guys like Darryl Gill, who I'm always trying to move to corner, but he doesn't want to. So there's some guys that can definitely do it, but Cinco's probably the only one that wants to play all the time. He wants to play every position. He's a guy that could do that.
And he probably could. He said he's that.
No, he definitely could.
That good.
It will be. He'd definitely be one of. He could play wide out. He definitely could play wide out for us right now.
This question: if you could travel back in time to witness any historic football game, Coach, which one would that be?
If I could travel back in time to witness any historic football game, I would go see the 1959 Syracuse national championship team. Being able to see that, I think that would be pretty legit. Being able to watch Ernie Davis and all those guys, and just being able to see what it was. Of course, I got to watch Express, but me having the opportunity to see what it was like here and see how everything got built up and things of that nature. So I would like to go back from 1958, 59, 60, 61. So I would like to get a nice 4-year span so I could get it all and see where it all went through. That was something I would like to do.
This question, Coach, what's the coaching staff approach to player development in the transfer portal era?
I try to get guys that got 2 or more years, unless you're a difference maker. But if you have 2 or more years, come in so that way you can buy into the culture. Right away, of course, Kyle McCord was different. He was 1 year, but I knew who he was. We got a prior relationship. Fadel, I knew who he was. We got a prior relationship. So those guys were a little bit different just because I knew they would come in and buy into the culture right away and be able to help me set the culture along with Jackson Meeks. So those guys came to help set the culture and set it up right away. But I like to get guys with 2 or more years. I like to go to high school treated like draft picks. So I want to get those guys. You want to develop those guys, get them to go. Guys in the portal, you guys are supposed to be like free agents. It's time for you to come play. Got to come in and play. We're paying a lot of money for you right now up front to get you to play until we develop these high school draft picks.
And that's just the nature of it in 2024. I know over the weekend in college basketball, one of the big stories was the Virginia head coach Tony Bennett retired, and he's only 55 years old. But that was one of the reasons that he said in his press conference is, it's hard for him to make that adjustment from the way he grew up coaching and playing to this era now that you're talking about, with NIL and transfer portals, and it was difficult and stressful and something that he just really was not interested in doing anymore. And it's a radical change, but is that harder from the standpoint of from where he's coming from? He wants to coach guys, but the new kind of the way that it works is you got to get guys. Does that make sense? He's more interested in nurturing and coaching the team rather than having to constantly get your team and keep them together and recruiting your own guys over and over again.
That was how he felt because of where he was at and what he's in. But I'm trying to get this chicken, so I need this money. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to have fun and being able to do it the right way. So whatever it is that we need to do, as long as I don't disgrace my name or disgrace our university, we want to make sure that we're able to do that to help us go and get paid and to help these players be able to go and get paid, but then to develop them to be men. You know, I don't believe they'll leave if I'm treating them the right way, you know, and showing them how to be men and being up fair and up front with them right away. There's some guys that end up wanting to leave and want to go other places, and hopefully it's for the best of them, but they can take a lot of good things that I was able to teach them and our staff and put them in position to be successful for the rest of their lives.
This question here, Coach, is there anything that surprised you as the head coach that you didn't think it would surprise you? If so, what was it and how did you overcome it?
Not just all the problems and different things that like everyone has that you have to deal with, but I'll just overcome it by prayer and just staying focused and just pray on all the things that are needed for me to have the strength to be able to get through the day and the strength and the wisdom to be able to give back to the guys that are coming, that are seeking information, that are seeking like questions and they have concerns, of just being able to answer those questions and being able to be an ear for some guys sometimes, just for them to talk to me, and then when they ask my opinion, to be able to give them my honest opinion.
This one here, well, Steve put a link on YouTube in the stream chat here, but you could find it at home. But it's the 1960 Cotton Bowl. I guess you could watch the whole thing at your leisure.
Yeah, tell them
get the opportunity.
Send it to me. That'd be straight. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Steve. Jacob wants to know who we should look out for to really step up in the absence of Pena on offense, Gill or JRS?
I think both of them. They've both been doing a good job in it throughout the week, you know, taking those reps and all like that. So they've been going 50-50 at those reps of being able to play that. So that helps us a lot. They've been taking a role of it, but it's also been Emmanuel Ross because he's back. So kind of putting Justice Ross been going outside and Emmanuel Ross been in there at the slot. Him and Gill been able to do it, you know. So that's how those guys been handling that.
Earlier in the stream chat when we just started, did you mention the players that would be back in action this Thursday, and then the ones maybe in a week or two? Who was again available this week that hadn't been dinged up?
Marcellus Barnes, definitely back. Justice Ross Simmons, 100% fully back. Barry Buxton's not back yet. You know, Trevor's not going to be completely back yet. He's it was day to day. They just looked real bad, and then the words that he just couldn't do it. Like every time he went to run, his head was bothering him and different things like that. I think his equilibrium's still off a little bit. And then outside of that, it's just normal, whatever it was.
Normal.
I don't know. Like, you know, he had some guys out for the year. New guys in. We move on.
That's it. Move on. It's a chess game and moving the players around and getting them in position.
Yeah.
This one, Coach, if you had to survive a zombie apocalypse with 3 of your players, who would you choose and why?
I mean, a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it's like the end of the world is coming, but you got 3 guys that you could go with you to survive it. What are you thinking? Who would?
I would go with Nate Prater.
Why Nate?
Because we're going to pray with each other and get ourselves right and just make sure that if it's our last day that I know we're going to go to heaven.
Okay.
So I would go with Nate Prater. I would go with LaQuint Allen.
Just tough.
It's tough. But he's going to stick to the mission. You know what I mean? He'll stick to the mission, man.
Whatever you tell him to do, he's going to do.
Yeah, whatever you tell him to do, he'll get it done and he'll make sure it works. And then I would go with Savion Washington.
For the reason of?
Because some of the monsters might be scared of him because he's as big as he is. So it might help us out. So those would be the 3 I'll go with.
Well, Coach, it's at Pittsburgh on Thursday night, and good luck. Go Orange. We will be back here, I guess, a week from on Halloween. Now that I look at the calendar here, we'll be here on Halloween night. Yeah,
that'd be good. I'm excited. I'll see you guys on Halloween night. Make sure you have your mask. Bring your mask on. I think I'm going to be I might be Michael Myers this year.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think I might be Michael Myers.
Looking forward to that. That's a week from Thursday, and hopefully a nice win to talk about next week against Pittsburgh. Coach, good luck. We'll see you next week, and go Orange.
I appreciate you.
Coach Fran Brown here.
Be safe.
Yes, sir. See you next week. Bye.